Hey, this is Rachel with Ray's Design, and we're going to make a face mask. This face mask has a metal piece up top to conform to your nose, as well as 4 pleats on the side that help it conform all the way around your face. There's a PDF version of this pattern on my website, raysdesignatl.com/medical-patterns. But if you don't have access to a printer, no worries. I'm going to show you how to make this pattern at home, taping together 2 pieces of letter size paper, and then just marking the lines where we'll have our pleats and folds. I'm cutting notches out of my piece of pattern paper where my marked lines are. This way, when I put this piece of pattern paper on top of my fabric, I can mark with a colored pencil or a tailor's chalk or a marker where my folds need to be. Now the fabric is ready to go. We have a bunch of little marks to tell us where to pleat and fold. Here on the edge, we're going to bring the very edge of the fabric to this mark, fold it over, and stitch it in place. But before that, I'm going to pin it so that it doesn't move out of its fold. With the material and the pencil that I'm using, I can still see the marks I've made even though I've folded the edge over. If you cannot, that's no problem. Just bring your edge back over to the pattern and mark your lines again. Now that our edges are stitched, we're going to start pleating this thing. This is going to be what the pleats will look like, but we're going to go one side at a time and pin them in place. Once you've pinned each side, work your way to the middle and pin that in place as well. The middle is much easier, in my opinion, to pin once you've got your sides done. For the elastic option, I'm going to be using pantyhose. Make sure you get medium support, that way it has more elasticity. And we're just going to cut the legs. You can also use self-adhering medical tape. It sticks to itself, but it will not stick to you. Band-Aid makes a version that's a little softer than the brown one. This wider stuff I just cut into strips that are about 3/8 to 1/4 of an inch. Of course, you can also use legitimate elastic. This stuff was 3/4 of an inch, and I cut it down to about 1/4 inch strips. As an elastic alternative, we're going to take the legs, cut off the toe, and then from there cut 3/4 inch to 1 inch strips. It's going to be a circle, obviously, and then you'll just cut the circle to give yourself a 6 or 7 inch strip. Next, flip over your work so the rough edges of the hem face down. I'm cutting the notches on top of marks that we've already made, so you don't have to cut them. It's only for viewing. I'm pinning the elastic in kind of this U shape. That way, when I eventually stitch around the entire edge of this mask, I won't accidentally run over the elastic. That's why I'm moving it in a U shape toward the center. I'm using this ruler to work the crease and keep the fold neat. I'm putting a couple quick pins into this thing before I stitch it around the perimeter. It's not essential, it's just for neatness. All right. We got our piece pinned. We're going to stitch all the way around it, but we'll reinforce where the elastic is, okay? You can pretty much start wherever. These wrinkles might pose a threat in here. You just have to move slower and more deliberately when you go over them, when you're going in this direction. When the wrinkles open toward your presser foot might catch it. It likely will. So just go slow and it'll move over it. Opening, or my pleats rather, opening toward me and not toward the presser foot. Just to, start easy. When you get to the corner, have your needle stay in the material, lift up your presser foot, and you can pivot. So you can see, I just stitched a rectangle around the whole perimeter. Removing the pins, and then we're going to add the metal piece. Don't forget the pins inside of here, okay? Okie doke. Put it inside out. Right side out, rather. Now, I folded my pleats again, mainly to keep them neat and so I could also see which direction they open in. They're opening downward. That's what I want, because when they open downward, that means that up here is going to be the top of our mask. You don't want it to be oriented this way with the pleats opening upward, because then they just have the potential to hold debris and other things. Now in the back, we hemmed this and then folded it, and now as you can see, this has come unfolded, but that's actually crucial for this mask functioning as it's supposed to. I tried hemming this with the pleats in it, and that prevents your mask from being able to stretch like that. So now we're going to put in the final step, which is the flexible piece of metal. For that, I have been using grocery bag or trash bag twist ties. Actually, I personally have been using the kind of ties that keep kale together or other vegetables. You're going to need about 4 inches of any kind of flexible metal. So if you have twist ties at home, great. If not, you probably have other metal somewhere in your repertoire that you could use. So we got this green floral stuff. This is also for just decorative purposes. And this is just slightly thicker gauge galvanized steel wire. So those are options. I like using this because I can sew through this paper part and it'll stay in place. And the paper part will lend structure to your bends. This is going to be the nose piece so that it can conform to your face. You can buy these new or use what you already have. I'm a fan of using what you already have. So I'm measuring 4 inches and then cutting it. So I'm putting this thing inside and I'm wedging it up against the top. You can see that it says organically grown through the material. That's awesome. Okay, so you see it in there? Stitch it right underneath to hold it in place, and that's going to be the end of our mask. So we have our flexible metal secured in place. You don't have to pin it in place, but it's recommended just to make sure that things stay where they're supposed to as you're stitching. Voila! We have the flexible metal in there. Put this thing on and it conforms to your nose, forms around your nose to have a better seal up here. I like the 4 pleats because you have a better seal here as well, and the most important thing, we want it to go underneath our chin to get all of this protected.